I'm not lying about nothing. What? I just told you I went through the whole story with you.
You left a tremendous amount of details out on it.
Like when you were holding Kelly while she stood on top of the coffee table and stabbed him.
No, I didn't hold Kelly nothing. I didn't hold him. I swear to God, I did not hold that man.
There's my office if you want. Grab a Coke if you need to use a... Or I can call you if you need to be upstairs.
Facebook, MySpace,
Just
Twitter.
go anywhere.
What's up there? Whatever it is that you do. Gumby! Buddy!
Fellas, how y'all doing?
How are you doing?
Doing alright, I guess. Trying to.
Yeah.
Do whatever.
Okay. Well, just like last time you were here, you know that you have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can only be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney and to have one present with you during any questioning. If you can't afford one and you want one for whatever reason, one will be appointed to you by the court free of charge, and if you choose to make any statements or answer any questions, you have the right to stop making statements or answer any questions at any time. You understand all that? Mm-hmm. Gumby, buddy, I love you, baby, but I know you like making us work for our money, man, and it's killing me. It's killing me. You know, we picked up Sam yesterday. She's in jail right now. You probably heard that through the grapevine, or however it is that y'all hear things. Talked to her again for an extended period of time, and lo and behold, along with talking to a couple of other people, we learned some new things. Again.
What did we learn?
Well,
Stuff that you already know.
yeah, nothing that you don't already know. Also talked to Lacey.
Lacey.
Yeah.
Annette's daughter?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, talked to her. So we know that, once again, you're not telling us everything.
That she picked me up and took me to Happy Valley, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What happened there?
Picked you up where?
Like I told you, she picked me up at Renee
Nope.
Richards.
Nope.
That's where she picked me up at.
Nope. She picked you up at 506 Pampa.
No, she did. She picked me up at Lacey and Richard's house.
Gumby.
Lacey is who picked you up.
Yeah. Lacey and her picked. No, she picked me up at Richard. I swear to God, she picked me up there.
She doesn't have any reason to lie.
I know, but I was standing there.
Lacey's not going to lie.
No,
She's shit scared right now because she thinks we're going to arrest her.
I'm shit scared, but she picked me up there. That's where she picked me up, and that's why I used the phone at.
Why would she say that
she
picked you up someplace else?
I don't know. Maybe she's confused. I mean, because that's where I was at. She pulled up the stop sign. I was standing outside, and she pulled up the stop sign with her friends. I didn't recognize the vehicle. They rolled down the window and yelled at me, and I went out there to her. That's where she picked me up. She didn't pick me up with Pompa. She picked me up at Richard and fucking Renee's right there on the corner.
Lacey's the least of your problems right now.
Okay. I'm not even...
Well, you should be.
I'm really worried.
Yeah,
I don't know what else.
You need to be. Lacey's the least of your problems. Okay? We know now, without a doubt, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that you and Kelly and Sam were arguing all goddamn morning. You're pissed off at Sam because she had gone through all your shit the night before. Kelly's pissed off because, well, you're pissed off at Kelly for wrecking your chair and a couple of other things, bouncing around your pool cue and stuff like that. And then Kelly's, of course, bowing up to you and starting shit with you. So y'all ended up in a pissing match. And
No, it was arguing. But it stopped there. I told him,
well, he called you outside.
No, I called him outside. He didn't want to go outside. I called him out. I told him, we can go outside and take care of it if you want to. You know what I mean? That's what we can do. But it didn't go there. You know what I mean? It didn't go there. And I told him right after that, I told him, okay, I understand everybody gets high and tweaks. I wasn't mad at Sam for going through my shit. I thought it was funny. You know what I mean? Because she had it scattered everywhere. I wasn't mad at her about it. I mean, I don't know why she would think I was mad at her about it.
She thinks you were pissed.
I wasn't pissed. I even told her it's funny because you got it scattered all through the house. I wasn't pissed about none of it. You know what I mean? I wasn't pissed. The only thing I was mad about was my pool cue and the chair. And I told Kelly, I understand getting high. You know what I mean? You get high, you tweak on shit, that's all good. I just don't understand how people can get high and tear shit up that don't belong to them. That's what I told you. You know? And that's as far as that went.
Not according to her.
That's why, I mean, after that it was...
According to her, that shit lasted a couple of hours.
I sat on the couch, he sat on the couch, we talked. You know what I mean?
Because y'all even went outside. Gumby, here's the thing. Again, this being the least of your worries. We learned a lot of shit in the last couple of days. And you pretty much, by your own admission, lied to us from the get-go. Because, as you put it, that's what you do. The problem is, the more you lie, the more it already started to look like you had something to do with Kelly's death. And now, we're pretty much convinced you had something to do with Kelly's death. And based on Sam's statement, you did have something to do with Kelly's death. So what you're looking at right now, Gumby, is accessory to murder. No beating around the bush, no bullshit, straight up accessory to murder.
I'm telling you though, I didn't have nothing to
With
do.
your
I
record,
might have lied to you.
with your record, and with this new charge, well, I don't think I have to do the math for you. Odds are you probably won't walk out of the pen.
I know that. I understand that. But I'm telling you, I had nothing to do with any of that. Whatever it was.
And you need to start coming with a straight story from beginning to end. And I swear, if you start leaving stuff out and I have to call you on it, I'm just going to assume that you're lying because you did have something to do with his death. Everything that she said is true and accurate.
Okay. I didn't have nothing to do with nothing. I'll tell you what I know. I got there. I'm going to go through this as best I can. All right.
Go through it truthfully.
Let's
start there. I don't want you to go through it the best you can. Because the last two times we've talked, you did the best you could to lie to my ass.
Oh, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to go through it truthfully. All right?
Okay. I hope so.
This is going to be truth. This is the truth right here. What I know of it. I got there. It was her, Sean, and Kelly. All right. I go through. I see my shit's up. I ain't been there in 3 days. 2 days. Okay. I go through. I see all my shit's all tore apart and crazy, right? And I told Sam, I say, hey, you know, you raped all my. I told her, you raped all my shit. You know what I mean? And it was scattered throughout the house. I wasn't mad at her about it. I kind of thought it was fucking funny. You know what I mean? Okay, I get to looking around, my pool cue's gone, right? Now, I got mad about that, right? I finally get it all back, it's all back together, I get it laid out, all right? I go walking back to the kitchen, I was going to get some water, but then I remembered the water had been turned off, right? To get something to drink. So I opened the icebox, wasn't no tea or nothing like that, it still got electricity, you know what I mean? And I turn around, there's my chair. It's kind of all tore up. It's a Budweiser chair. It's my fishing chair. It's one of my favorite chair. Well, the legs, lights all broke up and shit, right? So I snatched it up, opened the door, and threw it out the door. Now, well, fucking nothing's sacred no more, you know what I mean? Well, go back to my room, minding my own business. Well, I come back out, we sit out there, and I had some pot. We smoked, me and Sam smoked some pot. Because Sean and Kelly didn't smoke pot, right? So we smoked a bowl of pot, right? Then I get up, I go back in my room, and I'm putting all my trying to put all my shit back together like it was, right? Well, Kelly walks to the door, to my bedroom door, and he says, "Hey, you know what I mean? I think you're, you know, I know you're mad." And he says, "But I think you're aiming all this at me and woo woo woo." And I told him, "No, I'm not." I said, I was mad because my pool cue, you know, was, you know, I don't know if it was all beat up or what, I mean, where it was at. I said, you know, and I didn't know how it got to where it was at. You know, I told him, you know what, Kelly, you know, if you want to take it a step further, we can go outside with you. You know what I mean? If that's what you want, you know, we just go outside, you know, and deal with it out there. And he said, no. I said, well, that's cool, because, you know, I'm not throwing it at you. You know, I didn't come in and say, hey, you got my pool cue and, you know, and all that. I didn't do it like that. I didn't. I just walked out and said, hey, you know, I need to find my pool cue. You know what I mean? And it was in the kitchen, somewhere in the kitchen. Sean had handed it to me. So I went back to my room. That's when Kelly came in there and said that. And then he walked back out in the living room. Well, so I walked out and sat on the couch. And we're just sitting there bullshitting. And then Sean had called somebody on the phone to come and pick him up. Right? So, 10 or 15 minutes later, Sean left. Right? So, when Kelly comes over and sits down, he starts talking to me about his truck. And I kept telling him, Kelly, you know what? bro, I don't know, I don't know the deal with your truck. You know what I mean? I haven't been around for a couple of days. I don't know what's going on with your truck. You know what I mean? I have no clue what's going on with your truck. Well, after he had told me that, I walked in my room to do something. I was going to get that game. I was going to show him a game that had like 12,000 games on it. I was going to play it so he could check it out. And Sam had bounced in there. And I bounced up next to me and said, hey, I collected his truck. And I said, what? And she said, I hit his truck. And I said, well, what the fuck? And then she walked out. Right? Well, she walked out. Well, I walked out behind her to show Sean this game. To show Kelly this game. Well, I'm not even tripping on that no more, right? Well, I sit down, I plug this in, and me and Kelly, we talk a little bit more about his truck, and I told him, you know what, dude? I said, I don't know what's going on with your truck. You know what I mean? I couldn't even tell you what color it was. I know it was either maroon or red, you know? 2-door, 4-door, I couldn't have told you none of that. I still can't. I can now, because everybody's told me what it is. But, and we left it at that. And I showed him some of the games on there, and then, it was no big deal. Him and Sam started talking and carrying on. And I thought, well, okay, they're talking and bullshitting. So I just wrapped my game back up and went back to my room. Right? And I'm sitting there, I got the door open, I'm listening to them in there. They yell at each other for a minute, then they laugh. So I'm thinking everything's okay, everything's cool. So I cruised back out there, I'm sitting there. And I guess Sam had hit him in the head with that plastic baseball bat. That's a T-ball bat, right? He had smacked him in the head with that, and he told her, well, if you're going to do it right, get a baseball bat, some shit like that. And I told Sam, that's why I told Sam, hey, why don't y'all quit that bullshit, quit the bullshit. I don't know why y'all, the fuck are y'all playing like that for anyway, you know what I mean? And I went back in my room. So I'm sitting there packing all my shit in my boxes and everything, right? And I hear him yelling and carrying on out there. Then he laugh, yelling, carrying on, laugh. And I'm thinking, well, you know what? I'm tired of this shit. I'm gonna go. I got all my shit boxed up. I came over here and got all my shit boxed up. Because I came over to get it and put it out so I could find somebody to take it, and put it in storage for me somewhere. Well, I get my jacket on and I walk out. And like I said, she was sitting next to him on the couch. Well, I walk out. Well, I walk right back in to get my bike. Right? I get my bike. And I walk out, and I push my bike aside, so when I walk back in, and I told her, hey, I'll be back to get my stuff. And she said, back in the morning? I said, no, I'll be back in a while to get my things. And she said something like, well, I'll be finished in about an hour here. And I thought, well, whatever, so I'm splitting. Well, that's when I walked out to the gravel, walked out there about halfway from the house to the street, and I stopped, and I thought, well, fuck, should I leave her here with him, or should I ask him to go ahead and leave and let her come with me, or, you know what I mean? I didn't know if I should leave her there by herself with him or not, And I'm thinking, well, fuck, what am I going to do? And that's when she come walking out to me out there, and that's when she come walking up to me, and she's squishing her hands together like this, and she said, he's probably dead by now. He's probably dead by now. And I thought, what the fuck are you talking about? So I half ran and walked to the door. Well, it was already, let me back up. I done missed a spot. I had walked out and got to the fence line, and I heard a, like that, right? And I thought, what the hell? So I looked back in. Well, she was standing in between, like, the kitchen and the living room, like in the floor right there, just standing there, mumbling something. I couldn't even tell what she was saying. And I looked, and Kelly was sitting up like this. Had his knees on his legs like this. And he was looking straight up. And I looked, and I could tell his eyes were a little glassed over, but he was sitting straight up like that. You know what I mean? And I couldn't tell anything was wrong with him. You know what I'm saying? So I thought, well, what the hell? So I just started to leave. That's when I walked out halfway to the road and the house. And that's when I thought, well, should I leave her here with him? And then that's when she come out. And she was standing there telling me, he's probably dead by now. He should be dead by now. So I thought, what the fuck did she do? So I'm thinking, so I half run and walk back to the door, and I open the door and I look, and he's laid over on the couch like this. I think it was like this on the couch. And that's when I seen that he had something was in him. he had pulled it out. I guess y'all said he had pulled it out, but you could tell he had something had stuck him. You know what I mean? I didn't know what at the time, until y'all had told me it was a knife, and he was foaming at the mouth a little bit. But I seen the foam; he wasn't bubbling enough. So I'm thinking, okay, well he's got to be dead because there's no, he's not breathing. And from that moment on, it was like, okay, well, I'm not, I didn't know what to do, dude. I didn't know what to do. This first time, I mean, I've seen some weird shit in the penitentiary, but I've never been right there, up and personal on some shit that the people I knew. You know what I mean? And I didn't know what to do. I had no clue. I didn't know what to do. So I'm thinking, okay, what the fuck am I going to do? What am I going to do? Best thing I guess to do is just get away from here for now. You know what I mean? And that's when I went to the valley. I pushed my bike into the shed in the back. My mom I pushed it back there in the shed, and I went to the valley, and she went down the alley with dogs. That's how it all ended up. They was arguing, yelling at each other, then they'd be laughing, yelling and then laughing, yelling and then laughing, And I didn't think nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that she was thinking about whatever she was doing. I mean, I had no clue.
You're still leaving some shit out, like when you called Sean.
When I called Sean? Mm-hmm. When did I call Sean?
You called Sean, and then you put her on the phone.
I couldn't call Sean. My phone didn't work. Kelly didn't have a phone. My phone was out. My phone had been turned off. My wife had turned my phone off like 2 days prior to that.
No, you were looking for your charger because it was getting ready to die, but it wasn't off.
Yeah, it was turned off. It was getting ready to die because I don't want to lose my numbers.
That's where I get my numbers. We're going to get that record, Gumby.
Well, get it. I wish you would, because my phone was turned off. I was looking for my charger so I could keep my phone on to keep my numbers up. My phone was going to die. I didn't have no way to see. That was where I kept my numbers. I can't keep them in my head because I'm not smart enough. You know what I mean? I can't keep them all in my head. I wanted to plug it in so I could keep my numbers up. My phone had been turned off. My wife had turned my phone off.
Well, y'all called him because he says it and she says it. So the only person that ain't saying it is you.
She called him. If anybody called him, she left, went to the store. She left, went to Austin. So if he was called, it was called while she was at the store, while she was gone at the store. And me and Kelly were there at the house for, I don't know, probably 30 minutes or so by herself. And she left going to Austin. So I thought she was going to get a pack of cigarettes or something. But she didn't come out with no cigarettes. So if anybody called her, it was her. My phone was dead. My phone had been dead for like a day and a half, almost 2 days, when my wife turned my phone off. You can check the record. My phone was turned off. It was off. She's using my phone right now with her SIMS card in it. My wife is using my phone with her SIMS card in it right now.
Why did you tell us that you lost it?
Lost what?
Your phone.
I didn't lose my phone. My phone, I told you.
I know you didn't lose it, but you told me and him that
I told you my phone's in the back seat of the car. It's not lost. My phone was in the back seat of the car when y'all come and got me. It's in the back seat of the car. I didn't tell you I lost it. My phone's in the back seat of my car.
You told us that you lost it. You told us that it was gone. Y'all lost it, and you didn't know where it was.
No. That must have been her phone. And that's
I don't know whose phone it was, but I know that that's what you said. So you have a convenient ass cover story for this phone being gone. When y'all called Sean and she told Sean that she was gonna fucking kill Kelly.
No, well, see, I had nothing to know. I did not know about that. I'm telling you right now, my phone was turned off. You can check it out. My phone was turned off. If she made a call to Sean, it was while she was gone to the store. That's when she had to make her call because my phone didn't work. Kelly didn't have one.
Here's the thing, man. You got Sean saying this phone call happened. He's not saying that Kelly called or that Sam called. He says you called.
I didn't call.
Listen, hear me out. He says you called. He says you put Sam on the phone, and he said you could hear Kelly screaming in the background. And at that time, she makes a statement about killing Kelly if he doesn't get the truck back. This is just what I'm telling you. Everybody else is saying. So let me ask you this then: when they say that, they're lying.
They're lying. Yes, sir, they're lying.
Why?
Why would they say that?
I mean, you know, Sam's come in here and told us what happened.
It's fine. Sam probably told you the truth.
What possible reason could she have for lying about that?
I have no idea.
Furthermore, just pretend you're sitting over here instead of right there.
I'm trying to.
You're a smart guy. You've been around. No, you're not scared.
No, I'm scared.
You're not.
Yeah,
you ought to be. But
I'm scared. Yes, I am.
I don't believe that's true. But pretend you're sitting in my chair instead of that chair for a second and think about this. What possible reason could Sam have to lie about that phone call when all it does is implicate her further?
I don't know.
Okay, right. Good point. I don't know either. What possible reason could Sean have to lie about that phone call?
I don't know that one either.
How could two separate people who have been talked to at two separate times tell the exact same lie when all it does is fuck both of them over?
Right.
It's not reasonable. It don't make sense.
It don't make sense at all. It don't make sense at all. But I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you the fucking truth. They're lying. Both of them are lying about that. Because my phone didn't work. I wasn't fucking nowhere when she talked. If she talked to him on the phone, I went nowhere around. My phone did not work. If she talked to Sean, it was while she was gone from the house for that little bit of time to come back. She must have called him and talked to him then. And whatever they decided on the phone when she talked to him, if she talked to him, it's on them. You know what I mean? Because at that moment, when she was talking, if she talked to him on the phone, Kelly was sitting right there, alive and well, talking to me. You know what I mean?
Are you not telling us because you're worried about being implicated, knowing? I mean, you just
No,
told us that you knew that the truck was stolen.
I'm telling you the truth.
No, listen. Let me ask my question so you understand what you're answering, okay? I want you to understand what we're talking about so you can get this thing straightened out, okay? Are you not telling us the truth because you think that somehow if you're further implicated in this truck thing that there's a problem? We don't give a fuck about that.
The only person who was going to bitch about the truck is dead.
Yeah,
so we
the
don't
truck
fucking
is
care
done,
about that
okay?
shit.
Yeah.
So forget that shit. That doesn't.
I ain't worried about the truck right now.
It sounds like you are because you're lying to avoid making this phone call to Sean to tell him to hurry the fuck up with the truck.
I didn't make no phone call to nobody to tell him to hurry up about no fucking truck.
But yet, when I asked you to explain it to me, you can't.
I can't.
Because
The phone call? I can't explain it.
No, I asked you to explain to me how a reasonable person would think that would make sense. You can't do it.
I can't.
I can't do it either. That means
And if you can't do it and he can't do it,
Then
your
who-
lawyer's not going to be able to do it. That means the jury's not going to buy it, and odds are they're going to convict your ass.
I know it. But
Because you're lying about petty little shit.
I'm not lying about nothing. I just told you I went through the whole story with you.
You left a tremendous amount of details out on it.
Like when you were holding Kelly while she stood on top of the coffee table and stabbed him.
No, I didn't hold Kelly nothing. I didn't hold him. I swear to God, I did not hold that man. I did not.
Pinned his arms back
No,
behind
I
and told
didn't.
her to make her move.
No,
And
I
she
didn't.
came off of that coffee table like a goddamn ninja and
No, I
freaking
didn't.
put that knife right down into his chest.
No, I didn't. No, I did not.
Really?
Right
No,
there
sir.
inside
No, sir,
that
I did
room.
not. No, sir, I did not. When I left that room, when I walked out the door, they were sitting side by side on the couch.
No.
He was sitting here, yes.
He was
She
throwing a
no,
fit all
no.
damn day.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
She threw a bunch of frozen food at him. He told her she might as well go ahead and get that knife and freaking stab him if that's what
No.
she's going to do.
If he told her that, I didn't hear none of that.
You went to walk out. You told her to make her move. You
No, I
grabbed
didn't.
his arms and
No, I
she
didn't.
freaking stuck his ass.
No, I
He
didn't.
died right there in your
No, I
arms,
didn't.
Gumby.
No, he did not. No, he did not. That's a
Arnold?
lie. That's a
What's
bald-faced lie.
What's the best weapon in the house, Arnold?
Best weapon in what house?
That house.
I don't fucking know. I guess
Yeah, you do. You do because you explained it to someone else.
the best weapon in that house?
Yeah.
In that house. I don't know. Probably a axe handle.
Oh, I'm asking you to tell me what you told Sam was the best weapon in that house.
I didn't tell Sam nothing about no best weapon in that house. I did not.
This is
I
not.
did not.
This
I
is
did
not
not.
helping your.
I don't care what's not helping. I'm telling you the truth. I didn't tell Sam nothing about no best weapon in the house. Nothing at all. I did not grab that man by his arms and tell him to plunge nothing into it. I did none of that. None of that. I'm telling you right now, I'm into all that shit. I didn't do none of that. None of that at all. You know what I mean? None of that. And I'll stake my fucking life and my reputation on that shit. I had nothing to
You
do
already
with that.
are doing that.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
right now. I had nothing to do with none of that. I had nothing to do with, what do you say, grabbing him? I didn't grab him. I didn't tell her to do her thing.
Because here's what's going to happen, Gumby. She's going to go to court. She'll plea out to this shit. You know that. She'll plea out to it. She'll say that
One
she.
judge, whole life.
Yep.
21 years old. Kid.
She'll say that she did all this. She'll say it. She'll give a detailed account about what happened. And in exchange for that, she'll give you up for sure. We've already talked about that. We've already worked that out. Hold on.
Listen, man. It's important to know this.
We've already talked about that. We've already worked that out. So when she gets up in front of these people and she says, yeah, I'm the one that stabbed him, this is how it went down, they're going to believe her because she doesn't have any other reason to lie. And then you're fucked because they're not going to believe you. You've already told 3 completely different stories. And she's the only one that's been consistent and said, yeah, this is what happened. I'm a total, I fucked up. What am I going to do? So what possible motivation do we have to believe you right now? We don't have any because you're not telling us the whole truth. You want help? We're here to help you.
I'm trying to tell you the whole truth, man. Really, I just went through everything I know. I swear to fucking God, I had no idea that she was going to kill that dude. I left the motherfucking house. I walked out the door. He was alive and well, laying back on the couch. They were sitting next to each other.
You may not have meant for her to kill him.
I meant for nothing like that.
But he was going to get stabbed. That shit was just going to fucking happen.
Not by me. I had no idea it was going to happen.
That's why that tablecloth got laid out across the coffee table.
That paper?
Yep.
I had no fucking idea what she had in store for that man. No idea at all. And I'm telling you the truth. I didn't know. I swear to you, I didn't know. You know, I swear to you, I didn't know. I had no.
You've sworn to me before and you've lied before.
Well, that's not about that part. This part's consistent. I had nothing to do with her.
Got Lacey saying that she picked you up on Papa after Sam was long gone.
She's mistaken.
So that leaves you as the only one in the house.
She's mistaken.
Did you put anything in her car?
Annette told her where I was at, and she came and got me right there at Richard and Renee's on the corner.
Did you put anything in her car?
Whose car?
In Lacey, you know whose car.
No, I didn't put nothing in her car. It wasn't her car.
You didn't bring anything with you into that car.
I brought me.
That's it.
That's it. That's it. I didn't bring nothing else. Me.
Arnold, how many times have you protected Sam and her in the time that you guys have been acquainted?
Protected her?
Yeah. Some fucking scumbags trying to fuck her, or somebody's trying to...
Just a couple of times. They told me, you know, y'all need to just chill out. Just leave her alone because she's not, you know.
What was Kelly going to do to her?
I haven't.
What do you think?
Well, he'd given her a big shot earlier that night. As soon as I got there, she told me he'd given her a big shot of dope. I've heard stories of Kelly's giving girls shots of dope and then giving big shots of heroin and did what he wanted to with them. You know what I mean? I've heard stories like that, but, you know, hearsay, I mean, you know what I mean?
No, I'm asking you what you think. So you think that was a possibility?
It could happen.
Well, what do you think about that?
What do I think about? Do I think it would have happened?
No. What do you think about somebody who would do something like that?
I don't understand why they would. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, what do you think about it? I mean, I see what's tattooed on your body. I know where you've been, and you've explained some of that stuff to me. What do you think about people who rape innocent 21-year-old girls like that? What would you?
Or 13-year-old girls.
13-year-olds.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel bad. I mean, it makes me feel like, you know, that something, you know.
What should happen to those fucking people?
They should be put away for life. You know what I mean? You know, that's the way I look at it. But, you know, people change over a period of time. People change. You know what I mean? And I've learned that my political ink and shit, I was, you know, brainwashed or whatever you call it. I did all that time in the penitentiary, and it's like, the world ain't like that out here like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that out here. And when I got out, it's like, you know, I went through all this shit for the fellas in there to come out here and see that it's not even like that. You know what I mean? It's not like that out here. And people change over time. I said it was wrong what he done, yeah. It was wrong what he done.
It was wrong what he done, and it sounds to me like it was wrong what he was fixing to do, too. Right?
You could see that.
You saw it.
That's why I stopped. Yeah, that's why I stopped.
But it was wrong what he fixed to do.
I could have went back and told him.
You didn't take care of
him? I was, you know, I already had him go up one time and she let him back in the house. What am I supposed to do? She owns the house.
Protect her.
That's her house.
I've already asked her up on dope, right? So one time she messes up and you're going to let something bad like that happen to her? That you think is despicable?
There's no way you were going to allow Kelly to do these things.
No way. No fucking way.
Nobody's going to buy that.
Nobody would.
And that's what we're getting
That's what I stopped in the yard for. Should I stop? When I stopped, I thought, should I leave her here with him? Should I ask him to leave or whatever? You know what I mean? That's when I stopped. It caught up with me right there. Should I stop? Should I tell him to go ahead and leave and bring her with me? Or what should I do? You know? But at that fucking point in time, it was too late. You know what I mean? It was fucking too late. You understand what I'm saying? It was too fucking late. What was I going to do then?
Here's the deal, Gumby. She stabbed him. Which means, and this is probably the one thing that's going to save your ass, she stabbed him, we know it, okay? Which means to some degree, to some slight degree, we need you. You understand that? That's the only thing that's going to save you, because really we've got enough people. We've got enough people to testify to this shit, and we've got her statement, which is god-awful incriminating. But we're going to need you at some point. That's the only thing that's going to save your ass, okay? We need to be able to believe everything that you're saying. Right now, stop. Right now, We don't. Okay? It makes it look like this was intentional, like this was premeditated, and that y'all did this on purpose. Now, if there were extenuating circumstances, much like we're talking about, where you felt compelled to have to step in, and she ended up doing this thing, then that's understandable. Outside of that, if that's not the case, not only can we not use you, we don't need you, and you're going to end up getting sold up the river too. If you want to help yourself at all, you need to come with this. Or roll your dice. Take your chances. Spend the rest of your life in the pen.
I'm not trying to take no chances, man. I'm telling y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all the whole fucking thing. You know what I mean? All I know is I didn't have nothing to do with her stabbing that dude. You know what I mean? I had nothing to fucking do. I didn't know she was going to do it. I had no idea, no earthly idea at all. All I know is I got caught up in some bullshit that I shouldn't even fucking get caught up in. And I'm fixing to be thrown away to the fucking sharks for nothing, for something I didn't even fucking do. You know what I mean? I just got married, I got a wife, and a fucking life, and this shit gets thrown at me. I didn't have nothing to do with that shit.
Accessory to murder, Gumby.
I didn't have nothing to do with it.
Accessory to murder, 20 years.
I had nothing to do with it, man. Nothing. I had no idea she was even
I
planning.
don't even know how long the bitch is going to be on this. You probably do, but I don't.
I don't either.
You be in a
Bitch isn't lasting to worry about 20 years is fucking enough.
You be in a damn wheelchair by the time you roll out of the penitentiary. If you make it that far. Nobody is going to believe that you allowed this to happen and didn't do shit about it. Nobody.
But I'm telling you, when I snapped that I should have, it was already fucking too late. It was already too late for me to do anything. The deed was already fucking done when I snapped. It was already done. She'd already done it. So
But you're not going to say you were outside.
Because that's not true.
That's not true.
yes, it is true.
No.
Yes, it is. I don't give a fuck what they say or who said it. I was fucking outside when that shit took place. I swear to fucking God I was outside. I was outside when that shit took place.
Do you think that somehow changes things for you?
Huh?
Do you think that changes things for
I
you?
know it don't
Is that
change
what-
nothing, but I was outside when that shit happened, man. And y'all ain't gonna make me fucking twist my mind and make me think that it was me because it wasn't fucking me. And you can sit here and throw all these questions at me and hook me up or whatever you're trying to do, but it wasn't me. I didn't fucking have nothing to do with it. The deed was fucking done already. When I snapped, it was too late. It was fucking too late. Y'all understand me? It was too late. I couldn't do nothing.
Did you understand anything he said? About
I understood all that.
Okay, because you can get mad about it.
But
Go to town.
I'm not
That's
mad.
fine.
I'm just fucking, I'm mad at myself because I let myself get caught up in some bullshit that I shouldn't have got caught up in to
Well,
begin with.
listen to this for a second, okay? Calm yourself. Do you think it makes a difference from the perspective that matters, which is the legal one here that we're talking about, whether or not you were standing inside that room like you were, or whether or not you were 3 feet outside the door like you're saying you were?
I know what I was. I was
No, I'm
outside
asking
the door.
you. Tell, listen to the question. Do you think it makes a difference?
No, it don't make a difference.
Okay. Then why about that?
Then why? I'm not lying about it. I was outside. It was already done. I was outside. I went inside.
Explain me this then. Why on earth would the only other living person that was there, who has absolutely no reason to lie whatsoever? You have all we just discussed and covered the substantial number of reasons that you have to be dishonest and try and wiggle out of this, okay? Why would the person who has nothing at all to lie about tell us something different? Why would that happen? Again, see, and that's the problem, is these things keep mounting up over here on this side, is you got this reasonableness, and you can't explain it, I can't explain it. The people that make the decisions on stuff like this ain't gonna be able to explain it, right? So, I mean, where does that put you?
Where I'm at.
Yeah, kind of in deep shit, right?
The problem is, Gumby, odds are you're going to get convicted of this. And right now, you're doing all the work for us.
I don't know what else to do, guys, if I don't. I mean, I'm sitting here trying to tell you the fucking truth about what I know about it. And y'all keep throwing this other shit at me about these guys said that, they said this. And that ain't the
Her and Kelly.
That ain't the fucking way it went down.
Her and Kelly weren't sitting on that couch.
Yes, they were.
They may have been at some point during that morning.
They were sitting on the couch when I walked out the door.
No.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. I'm not crazy. I'm not stupid. I'm not going to forget it. They were sitting on there. She was sitting next. They was on their couch. I don't care what they say. I'm not crazy. I'm not fucking, you know, they were sitting together on the couch when I walked out the door. I guess they were. Nothing's going to change there. I told you my story.
Well, no, you're not going to change it.
Everything's
but
the
you need
same.
to change it to the truth, though.
That is the truth. That is the truth. Don't sit there and tell me it's not. I know what the truth is. I was there. All right? I wasn't standing in the house. I wasn't sitting in the house. I was outside. I didn't lay my hands on that man for her to do. I was outside. The shit took place. I was out fucking side. I'm not going to venture away from that because it's the truth. It's the fucking exact truth. And I'm trying to tell y'all the exact truth. I had no fucking clue what was going on. None.
You told her to go ahead and make her
No,
move.
I didn't tell her to make no goddamn move. I didn't say nothing to her like that. Nothing. The only thing I told her was, I'll be back for my stuff. That was what I said to her. I'll be back for my stuff. I didn't say, no, make your move. I didn't grab hold of him. None of that shit happened. It did not happen like that. It did not happen like that. It did not happen like that. It did not happen like that.
You realize, much like I just told you, that we need you to some degree, and that's the only reason that you're not being charged right now while we're still sitting here. You understand that?
What do I need to do?
Tell the truth.
I'm telling y'all the truth right now.
Y'all called Sean.
I
know
didn't.
it.
There was
y'all called
there
Sean.
was no y'all.
She either took the phone from you or you gave it to her,
Not my
and
phone.
she told Sean,
Not my phone.
bring this motherfucker his. Maybe it wasn't your phone. Maybe you got it from some dumpster. We'll say that because that's what y'all like to say is that y'all dumpster dive, when we all know that y'all steal shit.
No.
Wherever the phone fucking came from, you called Sean.
No, I didn't.
She either took the phone from you or you gave it to her, and she told Sean, bring this motherfucker his truck back quick or he ain't gonna need it no more.
That's a lie.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
These two people
I
aren't
don't-
gonna
I don't
magically
care.
come
I
up
don't
with the
care.
same
I
lie.
don't care. It's a lie. They came up with it while they was probably on the phone then, because that's a lie. A bullshit lie. And she didn't use my phone. She had to call him when she left the fucking house. When she left the house, it's the only time she could have called him. She couldn't come up with my phone. I didn't have another phone. My phone was dead. Kelly didn't have a phone. My phone was dead. So what does that leave? She had to use the phone somewhere when she went to the store. That's where that took place at. And no, I didn't have nothing to do with none of that bullshit because I wasn't with her. I was at the house with Kelly. Nobody could back my story. Why? Kelly's dead. That's why. That's why. My story can't get backed up because the man that can back my story is dead.
Why is the frozen food on the floor?
What frozen food? I didn't see no frozen food on the floor.
It's frozen food all over the floor. It's hard to miss.
Well, I didn't see none. I didn't see it. I mean, I wasn't looking for frozen food when I went through there.
Why lie about something so small as
I didn't
frozen
see it.
corn? Dude?
I didn't see
Why
none.
do that?
I didn't see none. I'm not lying about it. I didn't see no frozen corn on the floor. I went through there with strictly going out to go outside. I was getting on down the road to get my shit right. I didn't see none of that shit on the floor that you're talking about. I mean, I didn't see none of that shit on the floor. No, I didn't go through there looking like what's on the floor. I didn't see none of that shit on the floor. I didn't.
Arnold, tell the dogs to get out of the house.
I let them out. I told them let the dogs out because there's no sense in being up in there barking and shit. Let them out. I let them out so they come out. You don't tell them how long they've been up in there anyway without going outside anyhow. So I let them out. You mean?
Also, was that a humanitarian move for the betterment of the dogs? It wasn't because there was a dead man inside the house?
No, it's for the dogs, basically, yeah. I mean, it's just the dogs. Take these dogs out. They don't need to be caught up in that fucking house anyway, you know what I mean? They stay right there in the fucking yard.
Why didn't you help them?
Help who? Kelly? What was I going to do?
Ambulance?
CPR, 911,
He was...
stop the bleeding,
Okay.
start the breathing. Any of these things ring a bell?
Well,
You were in the
I
Navy,
don't-
so I know you know how to do CPR.
I tell you, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
A lot of people are going to say it's because you wanted his ass dead.
That's not true. It's just, I don't know. I panicked. I didn't know what to do. Only thing I knew to do was go. You know what I mean? Go. That's what I did. That's the only thing I knew to do, bro. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I knew to do.
You know, Arnold, they're going to ask, when they ask that question, they're going to ask in conjunction. Everybody's going to wonder, and the people that make decisions on this are going to wonder whether or not he'd be dead today if somebody, since there were two people there, had done anything
I
to try and
understand
help
that.
him.
I understand.
And you realize how that makes a huge difference. You know,
I
the number of years that you spend in the penitentiary is directly correlated to whether or not the person survives or
I understand
lives.
it. And I'm just going to tell you God's honest truth. I don't know. I panicked, and the only thing I knew that registered in my head was go. Gotta go. Gotta go. That's the only thing that came to my mind. I gotta go. Gotta go. I can't be caught up in this. I can't be caught up in that. I didn't, I was high. I gotta go. I gotta go. There's something I know. I gotta go.
Do you feel bad about that?
Yeah, I do.
Be honest, because there's plenty of people out there that could give a fuck that this guy's dead. There's
Yeah.
plenty of people out there that are happy that he's dead.
Yeah, I feel bad because, I really do. There's remorse because, I could have, there's been, every night, I wake up 3 or 4 times in the night with this shit now, Every night, 3 or 4 times in the night, you know what I mean? Got so far, it's so bad now, I can't even have a roommate, Because I wake up screaming and yelling, you know what I mean? Every fucking night since I've been locked down. And I thought this shit wouldn't affect me like that. But every night, and it's the same thing, I could have helped that man. Why couldn't I do something? Why didn't I do something? Every night, you know what I mean? And the only thing I knew was to go. Just go. Gotta get away. Gotta get away. You know? And yeah, it bothers me that I didn't do something. I could have had, you know what I mean? We could have went across the street, used the phone for something, to call 911 or somebody or something. You know what I mean? Go. It's the only thing that registered in my head. It's gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta get away from here. I gotta get away from here. You know what I mean? I'm not on parole. I gotta go. I gotta go. That's the only thing that was registered in my head. You know what I mean? And I wake up screaming at night now because of this shit. You know what I mean? Now I'm caught up in this bullshit and fucking for no reason at all. Here I sit. You know what I mean? Losing my motherfucking mind over some bullshit that everybody's pointing at me about because of my background, because I've been in the penitentiary, because of the tattoos I got, because of the people I've run with.
Or it could be because you were there, you were arguing with them, you lied to the police 3 separate times, you fled the scene instead of helping the guy that was dying. It could be any of those reasons as well. It has very little to do with your background. It has a whole hell of a lot to do with your actions that day and since that day.
I understand that.
Because if you were an investment banker and had pulled the same shit that you've pulled, I'd treat you the exact same way. I'd talk to you the exact same way. Because it don't matter. What matters is every single thing that you've told us, either two people have said otherwise, or you contradicted yourself and just flat out told us that you lied to us. That's what matters.
But I told you the best I could. If I've left out some little details, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But if I have, I can't snap to them. Like I said, like the little shit, the frozen corn, I don't remember seeing any frozen food on the floor. I don't remember seeing any shit like that. I remember going through, come back, get my bike, hearing that yell, or that, whatever it was, and him sitting up. And they're coming out there saying that to me. But I don't know why they're saying that I grabbed him by his arms.
Well, that's exactly what she's saying.
Well, it didn't happen.
She's saying that push came to shove.
It didn't happen like that.
He was getting on to her. Basically, she already had the knife. He was getting on to her, pretty much telling her, just fucking flat out do it. If you're going to do it, goddamn do it. You told her to make her move. He turned to her. You grabbed him by the arms. And she came off of that coffee table and stuck him. It's exactly what she's saying.
It's a lie.
She's going to testify to it.
It's a lie.
And people are going to believe it because she's admitting to stabbing the guy in that story. In that story, she's saying, I'm a fucking murderer. I had no reason to kill this guy, and I did it.
That's fine and dandy, but I didn't grab him to kill him. I did not grab him by his arm. I did not. I was outside. I did not grab him by his arms. I didn't tell her to do it. None of that. That's all a lie, and I don't know why she would say that. I really don't. I can't even fathom why she would try to say that shit. But why she would even implicate me like that, because it didn't happen like that. It did not. I didn't touch that man. I didn't grab him or none of that shit. Nothing. It didn't happen. It didn't go down like that.
Let's talk about this game that you guys were engaged in. You want to talk about that?
What game? Oh, the
No, well, not that game. I wish it were that game. I'm talking about the game where we're going to see who's toughest. We're going to share stories about how we fucked people up in the past. This is you and Kelly. Measuring dicks. No, that didn't happen?
No, sir, it didn't happen.
Really? No, I find it kind of hard to believe that little girl could make up a story like that.
Apparently she's making it up. Cause,
really? Yeah, and the reason why I find that hard to believe is because you probably got about 27 years worth of stories to share, right?
Well, I probably could,
and I think no, I don't think there's any probably about it, right?
No, I could share some stories.
Sure.
Yeah. But
and I think we both know that Kelly could do that also, right? He's spent his share of time in trouble with the law, right? In fights with people and stuff like that.
I guess I really didn't know him that well to get that deep with you.
I can't. That's one thing, Arnold, I can't understand about you this whole time, man. I really can't, because why you keep minimizing this conflict between you and Kelly? You think that keeps you out of this?
No, to minimize the conflict. I mean, we argued
every
that night.
other fucking person in that place says you guys were getting ready to throw down.
Every
other swinging Richard in that place says so.
Who's that? I mean, there was me.
Let me tell you how long it took Sean Hitchcock to fucking beat feet out of that place because he thought something bad was about to go down. How long did that take?
It didn't take him long.
Right.
He was gone about 30, 45 minutes later.
Right.
And he didn't beat because he thought something was going to go down.
Really? Because that's interesting. That's your perception, because that's not what he told me.
No, see, that's what I'm saying.
He's not in any trouble.
Why would they tell you that? That's why I don't understand. Why would they say this? Because it didn't happen like that.
So talk to me about this sharing stories outside. And we're going to talk about these knives and the best weapon and all that stuff.
No.
You're not going to tell me about that?
Well,
or no?
What they was talking about, he talked about this game that a knife off your shoulder into the ground, right? You flip it off into the ground. It's called something root, stick a root or something like that. Okay. They was talking about throwing knives like that off the shoulder and sticking it in the ground. That's the game that they talked about. I heard talk about that. Sam had picked up 2 or 3 little steak knives. He was talking about wanting to play that game, but Sam wanted to play it inside. I said, no, you can't play a game inside. You got to go outside because it's got to stick in the dirt. You know, if the knife don't stick in the dirt, then you got to take a stick and root your stick or whatever name. You got to have 3 sticks to lose, right? And that was the only game they was talking about that I can recall. But with him and Sam, it wasn't. I told him I wasn't even interested in that kind of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But him and Sam talked about it, dropping the knife and sticking them in the ground.
Okay, and then they went and did that?
No, they never did. Not that I can recall.
She grabbed knives to do it with?
She grabbed a couple knives to show him, you know, what kind. She didn't want to know what kind of knife to use. You know, and he said they used to use pocket knives and shit. She used steak knives and butter knives and shit like that. And I told you, you got to have something that's sharp that it'll stick in the ground, I'm sure. I mean,
seems reasonable.
I remember we talked about that, but they never went out and did it. I mean, they never went outside to do it. She wanted to play it indoors, and you can't play it indoors, I tell you. And they never went out and did that.
Why'd she want to play it indoors?
I don't know. She just wanted to play it indoors. She thought she could play it right there in the kitchen while there's tile in the kitchen, you know. And she was high, dude. She thought she could stick a knife. I don't know. I have no clue. She couldn't play it indoors. But they never did. They never did play that shit. They never did play it. And that conversation did start on the carport. It did start on the carport.
What's that?
That conversation about that game. It did start on the carport. We were all 3 on the carport. We were all 3 on the carport. back in. That's when Sam wanted to get different knives. Steak knife, butter knife. But we never went back out to play it because it just didn't go no further than that. But we was on the carport. Then we went back in the house. How did we get to the carport?
Based on what she says, that's about the time she got that big old stainless steel knife.
I don't recall that. I recall the little steak knife. She had a little steak knife, had shredded edges on it. And I thought that might work. But I don't recall her getting that big stainless steel knife at that time. I don't recall that at all. I don't recall that at all.
You see how we know a whole lot of the details about that day? And every time we bring something up, there's an oh shit moment for you and you're like, oh yeah, that's right, that happened too. That's a problem for us and a problem for you.
I just now recalled that on the patio, on the carport.
I actually recalled it for you, Arnold. That's the problem, man. As you told us, everything you know, you told us. That's not true. It keeps becoming that.
Now you're saying that they were playing with knives that morning. And on top of that, you're conveniently leaving yourself out of the whole game because God forbid you put a sharp object in your hand during that morning.
I wasn't even interested in playing the game. I wasn't interested in playing the game. That's why. That's why. I showed no interest in it. He told me about it, and I told me, that sounds pretty cool. Sounds pretty cool as hell. And it was Sam that wanted to play it. She was the one who wanted to play it. And I just didn't have no interest in it at all. I didn't care for it. I just didn't care for it.
Yeah, I tell you, man, I hope for your sake that you do a good job, a good, convincing job testifying against her. Because I know she's going to do it against you.
I was planning on testifying on her behalf. But,
well, I would too. I would too if originally I had thought that she left my name out of it, and then later I found out better.
I don't know why she would do that. This guy, I don't know. I can't understand why. I can't understand why.
What about this frozen corn, Arnold?
I don't know about the frozen food guys.
Here's the thing.
I've never seen any, so just
what
with that because
no. Fucking allow me to jog your memory because apparently you and I have a great ability to do that. I tell you something that you already know and then you remember it.
Jog my memory then.
Okay, there's some frozen corn. There's also a roast frozen that came out of the freezer. At some point, Sam's holding that shit on Kelly's nuts to see how long he can maintain control of his composure before the pain takes over. You were there for that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You.
I might have been there, but I don't remember that.
Why don't you go ahead and search your recollection for a minute, like you did a minute ago?
No, I don't remember that at all.
Because guess what, Arnold? That information's coming from the exact same place the knife story came from. And that was correct, right?
I don't remember. The knife, yeah, but I don't remember all that. I don't remember any of that taking place, bro, at all. I don't remember nothing about that.
What circumstance arose that allowed a situation where Kelly's getting hit over the head with a T-ball bat?
I don't know. It was arguing about something, and she said it wouldn't hurt or something, and it was just a plastic bat.
Right. I know what it looks like.
So he said, well, hit me with it. It ain't going to hurt.
Right. Hold that frozen shit on my nuts. I can handle it. Stab me in the fucking chest with a knife. I can handle that. Make a move. Does any of this ring a bell?
No.
It should.
Don't.
Let me put this paper out on the coffee table because I don't want a mess to get all over my house.
I don't.
Blowing it, man.
I'm not blowing it, dude. I didn't have nothing to do with none of that shit, man. Y'all can point it at me all you want, but I done told you I had nothing to do with any of the bush out on.
Maybe we've got it twisted. Maybe. I mean, a girl like that stuck in a house with two guys, Gumby and Kelly. One guy ends up dead. She's scared shitless of the other one. It could be a reason to just run to somebody and say, fuck, yeah, I stabbed this guy. Because if I don't say it, Gumby's going to end up coming after me. When Gumby's really the one that did it.
That's not true neither. That's not true neither, guys.
That'd be a good reason.
That's an interesting theory.
It's a way interesting theory.
And with all that evidence to support that theory.
Knife that size and a girl that size's hands, I don't think it would go all the way 12 inches deep, do you?
98 pounder? And to be high enough where you'd have to be a 6'4" man to make that injury on somebody. Interesting. Shake your head, no, tell me what.
You're just twisting it up, man. You're just twisting it up on me, making
Scared little girl stabbing some huge guy for no reason? That don't make a lot of sense. There's no argument, there's no...
They're laughing.
Yeah,
Laughing well,
having
according to the only other eyewitness.
As far as I could tell, they was having a good old time. They'd argue, yell, laugh. I didn't know what was going on.
Do you think any of the members of the deciding group on something like this are going to be able to put themselves in a position where that makes any sort of sense to them? No. Right. I don't think
None
so.
of it's going to make sense to them. None of it's going to make sense to them. It's not making sense to you.
Straight. Does it make sense to you?
I told you what I know about it, and that's all I
does
can
it
tell
make
you.
sense?
I mean, y'all can add all that other shit to it to where it don't make, I don't, you know,
Just
all I know is what I can tell you, man. That's all I know. And I've been trying to tell you it the best I can. Yeah, I might have left out some shit here and there, but only because I can't snap to it. You know what I mean? And that's the God's honest truth. I just can't snap to it. When it comes to me, that's just how it works. And all I know is I didn't have nothing to do with it. Nothing. I had nothing to do with it. I had nothing to do with it.
Well, you could have stopped it. At the very least,
I didn't know what was going on. How did I know what was going on?
Shit him in the head. She held that shit on his nuts.
I didn't know that was happening.
Throwing a goddamn fit about his missing truck all morning.
He threw a fit about his truck, but then he just chilled out and quit. I'm telling you, he stopped because we sat there and talked for a long time about games, about just, you know, roughnecking, what else? I don't know. We talked about a few things, you know. Asked me if he wanted to smoke pot. He told me no, I don't smoke pot. You know what I mean? We sat and talked for a while. You know, the truck thing it dissipated. It was gone. The truck thing was already gone. You know, we weren't even worried about the truck thing no more. You know, that's what happened.
And now I'll never have to be worried about it.
And it's my fault. It's all my fault. I don't get why, but it's all my fault.
What are we going to do to straighten this thing out?
Get Sam to tell the fucking truth somehow. I don't know. I mean, it's... Right now I'm telling you, I can't take no more. I didn't do it.
She really liked and cared about you up until this incident. I mean, we both, all four of us, I guess, by now, have agreed on that. So she doesn't have any reason to say bad things about you, except that she would think that you would take her back.
No. I got her back. I got her back.
Still?
Tell the truth. I got her fucking back. I don't care. Just tell the truth, Sam. I got your back.
Or tell the truth that you told her to tell.
No. I didn't tell her to tell nothing. Nothing. Tell the truth is all I'm asking her to do. Tell the truth. If she'll tell you the fucking truth, I still got her back. You know what I mean? I still got her back. I mean, all she's got to do is just tell the truth. And I'll be up there for her still. Still. Just tell the truth. That's all she's got to do is just tell the fucking truth. And I still got her back. I'll go back for her anytime. Just tell the fucking truth.
What truth? Let me ask you this. What truth do you expect her to tell? You expect her to come in here and say, yeah, there was no argument, there was no problem, there was nothing going on whatsoever. Everybody was perfectly happy, but oh yeah, I went ahead and twisted off and sunk a 12-inch butcher knife into Kelly's chest and then watched him die?
I just wanted to tell the truth what happened. You know what I mean? All the, you know, everything leading up to it. Just tell the truth.
I mean, is that what you wanted her to say?
No, I wanted her to tell the truth. I wanted her to tell the truth. Tell her that I got there, whatever happened between then and her doing that. Tell it all. You mean tell
unless you've got a different version. Unless you've got a different version of the truth. What she said, everything that she said makes sense.
Well,
everything that she says is perfectly reasonable.
Well, yeah, it's reasonable. I'm sure it's reasonable. She's a little girl. It's like you sound 6'4". I mean, she's a little girl. You know what I mean? Sure, that makes sense. It's going to make sense to anybody. You know what I mean? It's going to make sense to anybody. A little kid can understand that part. But what I don't get at is why y'all keep throwing it at me like that when you know it wasn't happening like that.
We didn't throw it at you.
You guys know it didn't happen like that.
We didn't make
y'all know it hasn't happened like that.
No.
Just because the shit acts and comes together like it did happen
I don't have any reason not to believe her.
But why you have... Okay, well, yeah, I know why you don't believe me. I understand that. I've lied to you a couple times. You know what I mean? Okay, but like I said, you know, that's what I do. Y'all have to make, you know what I mean?
We're making.
I was saying I wanted y'all to do y'all's job. You know what I mean? To get at it, but since then I've been
We're
told
getting
y'all.
at it, buddy.
I know. And since then I've been telling y'all exactly what I can tell you. You know what I mean? If I've left something out, it's because my mind's not the greatest. I'm going to tell you, I've been doing dope for 35, 40 years. All right? My mind is not the greatest. It is not the greatest. And I got short-term memory loss like you wouldn't believe. But my mind is not the greatest. If I've left something out, then it'll come back to me sooner or later.
Oh, well, so what's to say that you didn't kill him and then you just flat out forgot about it?
No, I didn't forget about it. I didn't kill him. I mean...
Well, how do you know if you have bad short-term memory? You could have killed him and not even know it.
I didn't kill him. I didn't kill him.
Maybe that's why you're having these nightmares.
I had nothing to do with it. No, I'm having these nightmares.
Because the subconscious guilt that you feel because you killed him and you just either blocked it out or flat out can't remember.
I didn't kill him, y'all. I didn't kill him. I had nothing to do with it. I didn't kill him. I did not kill him, man. I had nothing to do with that. I had nothing to do with it. And no matter what it looks like, I know it looks bad and all that, but I did not kill that man. I had nothing to do with killing that man. I had no idea she was going to stab. I had no fucking clue. All I know is I didn't have nothing to do with it, man. Nothing. Nothing to do with it.
Why are you minimizing the static?
I'm not trying to minimize it.
No, you are. You say everything's fine every time we talk to you, and even just now. Oh, we sat there and talked about it.
We did. We talked. I'm not trying to minimize it. Yeah, we got an argument.
About what?
About my pool cue.
Okay. And you said that lasted 2 minutes, and then the whole rest of the time.
He stood there in the door talking about, well, if you're pointing at me, if you're arguing at me and shit like that, or, well, you know, whatever. I told him, well, if you want to take it like that, Kelly, we can go outside. It's all gravy. No big deal to me. We can go out and finish this. You know what I mean? And we both agreed, no, they ain't what we want to do. I said, well, okay, that's cool. It's no big deal. You know what I mean? Then I found out about the chair, and he said, well, I did the chair too. And I said, okay, cool. Well, you know, whatever. I said, I just don't understand how motherfuckers can get high and start fucking working off people's shit.
I don't get it because you were pointing at him because he did have your pool cue. Which
means
that if he called you out, then you're the one that pussed out.
No, he didn't call me out. I'm the one that told him we can go to the yard.
That's not the way we understood it.
That's the way I'm telling you what happened. I called him out. I told him, look, if you want to go out in the yard, if you want to go outside and do this, we can do this. If not,
because you weren't
then
scared,
I'm worried about it. I'm not worried about it.
You weren't scared to fight him, right?
I'm not scared to fight anybody.
So you know how the whole thing goes. You spend all this time, you get all this experience, all this shit, right? You get it. You're a veteran. The difference is that the first 2 times, well, really 2.5 times when we get down to it, we asked you to describe what went on and what kind of friction and static there was. You said there was none. You kind of liked the guy. You were getting ready to kind of like the guy. You said
really, but no, I mean,
that's bullshit. You said he invited you outside, or you invited him outside.
I invited him outside.
That's nothing.
So we stopped.
That's nothing.
Well, it's something, but it didn't go no further than that. That's what I'm trying to say.
So that's why you didn't mention it.
It didn't go no further than that. You know, we didn't argue about it no more. It was all said and done. And when it comes to the chair, he told me, hey, you know what? I'm the one that did the chair too. And I told him, okay, well, you know, I don't understand why people want to get high and start tearing up other people's shit, you know? And that's when he was trying to tell me he was trying to make a snake catcher or something to grab the rattlesnake with or whatever. And so, you know, I just don't understand why people want to get high and tweak out on other people's shit, break it, tear it apart, whatever. You know what I mean? And it was all left at that. You know what I mean? It was all left at that. We started talking, carrying on, and, you know what I mean? We was getting along. It was no big deal. You know what I mean? It only lasted a couple minutes. I mean, it wasn't nothing. I mean, it was something, but it ended up being nothing at all. You know what I mean? Because we let it go.
The guy that you suspect probably wants to either hotshot or dope up the girl that you want to protect and fucking rape her. He's okay? Aside from that,
he's not okay. No, that's not okay. But, I mean...
No, but it's the same guy, right?
I told her if she wanted him to leave, just tell him to leave. That's all she's got to do. Anytime anything like that happens, I told her, if you want me to tell him to leave, I'll ask him to leave. She didn't say nothing, and they was laughing and carrying on. So I figured everything was cool.
Hitting each other
except for when...
Hitting each other with stuff.
I don't know, they was hitting each other. I mean, she hit him.
Right. Well,
without that, but
previously we talked to him, you said that he was hitting on her and talking to her properly.
Hitting her like that, yeah.
And she didn't like it.
And I told her she didn't like it.
And you didn't fucking do anything to make him leave then. Then she tells you she clucked his truck. So you know he has a reason to be pissed.
Yeah, well, she
a legit reason now. Yeah. Now he's not just a fucking scumbag. He's a guy who's been... Somebody's taking him on
this. He told me about it, you know, about his truck and all that shit, but that's the part when we sat down in the living room, dog, he was rambling about his truck and then he quit. We stopped talking about his truck. You know what I mean? We stopped. Because he tells me, Oh, well, whatever, I don't know, it'll come back to me. Okay, well, I'm glad it'll come back to you. Like, sooner or later it's going to have to. You know what I mean? This is my thoughts. You know what I mean?
So your statement, your story, your absolute truth, as you're giving it to us right now, is that this girl, who you care about to some degree, willing to take her back no matter what, twisted off and hacked this motherfucker's chest open for no good goddamn reason.
I don't know why she done it. Absolutely no reason why at all in my head why she done that. That's the absolute truth from me. I have no clue why she done that. You know what I mean? I don't know why. I mean, why would she do it over a fucking truck? Come on. You know what I mean? I have no clue why she did it. I didn't see it coming.
I'm not asking you whether or not it makes sense, because I agree with you that she shouldn't have done it.
She shouldn't have.
But I'm asking you if that's what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. She killed that dude for absolutely no fucking reason at all. That I know of. That I can make any sense of. You know what I mean? Because if he was hitting on her and she wanted him gone, all she had to do was say something to me, but apparently she didn't, you know, she wasn't that much bothered by it. So apparently she just killed that dude just to kill him.
So you're willing to throw her under that bus?
I'll throw her under that bus and stomp on it, bro, because I didn't have nothing to do with that bullshit. And I ain't gonna let nobody just throw me to the fucking wall and say, well, here, he did it. Because I didn't fucking do it.
Makes sense.
I didn't fucking do it.
Doesn't it? I mean, realistically, it makes sense that you would have done it, right?
It makes, yeah, kind of makes sense, yeah, but I didn't. I didn't do the dude, bro. I did not do it. You know what I mean? I did not do it. She killed that man. She killed him for no fucking reason. Why would she kill him for a truck? I have no clue. That don't make no sense. But she killed that dude just to kill him, I think. Just to kill him. Just to fucking kill him.
Except that his biggest problem that morning wasn't with her.
It
was with Arnold Klein.
We didn't have no problem. His biggest problem wasn't me.
His
biggest problem wasn't me. We argued, yes, but
we
that
were
was
going
over.
to step outside.
It was over.
The two
and that's the only.
And it was over. It was over. I'm
You sound like absolute
over.
Professional problem solvers, Arnold.
No,
between you being cool about the pool cue and the chair, and between him being cool about you asking him to step outside, and everybody's cool, it ain't worth it, it's all good, and it's all in the past, and then he chills out about the truck, and it just kind of fades into the mist, and then he kind of takes it Irish way style, it'll just come back to me. Right? Except that's the guy that showed up after being up all night, camped out on the fucking front porch, ranting and raving, talking shit about where the fuck is my truck.
See, I don't know nothing about all that shit. He was right in the house.
No, those are just facts, man. That's just a fact.
Okay. I don't know.
Does that seem reasonable?
No,
that's his progression?
Don't seem reasonable.
Because he hasn't got his truck back yet.
No, that's how it happened, though, man. That's how it took place. So, if she killed him because as far as I know.
That's the defense.
I didn't have nothing to do with it, man. I know that much. And I didn't have nothing to do with it, y'all. Nothing.
That's what you're gonna say when you're on trial.
I want
to know, so at least we can let the DA know that. That's what you're gonna say is
her defense is different.
Even though I fought with the guy earlier in the day, we were cool after that because we're these two noble and benevolent souls that really just wanted to find some sort of a common ground, and then after that, some random person for no particular reason whatsoever decided to open up his chest with a 12-inch butcher knife. Is that what you're gonna tell those people?
No, because we didn't fight. We argued for a minute, and we had our say, and that was it. And why she killed the dude, she only knows. You know what I mean? She only knows, and she knows. So, because I have no clue why. I have no clue. I'm clueless. I have no clue why she did it. You know what I mean? I have no clue why at all. I wasn't in the house. I have no clue why she did it. She killed him. I can't even explain why. I don't know why. And that's what I'm going to tell them. And wherever they go with it from there, I guess, where they go with it from there.
You think they'll believe that?
No, probably not. Probably not. I'm probably sunk like a battleship, but, you know what I mean? At least I know in my fucking heart what happened. You know what I mean? I know in my heart.
You realize that there's one saving grace to all this, that if you would just man the fuck up and go, yeah, I didn't like the motherfucker, and oh well. Not liking somebody doesn't mean that you wanted them dead.
I didn't want him
Arguing with somebody doesn't mean that you wanted them dead. Fighting with somebody, fist fighting with them, doesn't mean that you wanted them dead. And if you would just fucking man up and say any of that shit, because we know what fucking happened. Not the fist fight.
Happened? We didn't
but we know it happened.
Okay, I didn't like him that well. I didn't like him at all because he's a fucking child molester.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Holy shit! We've known that from day one.
But I didn't like him because of that bullshit, right? Fucking he's a child molester. He's got fucking stalking charges against Sam. You know, Sam filed charges against the motherfucker for stalking her 2 fucking years ago or whenever it was. Yeah, I didn't like the motherfucker. I couldn't stand the piece of shit. You know what I mean? But like I told you the first time, I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. People fucking change.
Except that, and let's imagine that he had changed up until that date. Up until that date, he had changed. But then, his child molesting, stalking, fucking rapist ass is up in your goddamn face talking shit. And that's a fucking
your house.
And when you drag his ass, or when you tell him, let's go outside and fucking finish this, the way you're making it sound, you pushed out on it. And I know that didn't fucking happen. I know it didn't.
It didn't happen like that. He's the one that fucking said, no, let's don't. You know what I mean? And, okay, well, cool. Cause I'm not trying to lay my hands on anybody. You know what I mean?
Why the fuck not? If you're gonna lay your hands on anybody, it's gonna be
this motherfucker. You goddamn sure would have been this motherfucker. But I didn't want to lay my hands on nobody. I'm running from the fucking my parole. You know, I'm not trying to go down like that anymore, man. Because I have these fucking blackouts, man. When I get in a fight, you know what I mean? It's like if there ain't somebody there to kick my ass off to somebody, then there ain't no telling, you know, who's gonna get, you know, whatever.
Liable to kill him.
You know, no, I'm not liable to kill him, but I'm liable to beat him up real good. You know what I mean? Or I'll get beat up, whichever one it is. But yeah, I didn't like him, but when he said, no, we ain't got to go like that, I was relieved, dog. Pussed out? Okay. If that makes me a pussed out pussy, fine and dandy. You know what I'm saying? But I was relieved that I didn't have to lay my hands on him. You know what I mean? I was relieved. Why? Because I didn't want to lay my hands on him. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's a piece of shit. You know what I mean? He's a child molester. Yeah, he's a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't have to lay my hands on him because I learned in the penitentiary, you lay your hands on a child molester, your ass gets locked up. What's going to happen out here if I would lay my hands on him? I'd be in jail.
You are in jail.
No, if I would have laid my hands on him, I'd be in jail. I'm in jail now on a parole violation and caught up in some shit that I didn't have nothing to fucking do with. Is why I'm in jail. I'm caught up in some shit right now that I had nothing to do with.
Especially with the task force driving by all morning. Right? I mean, y'all knew they were passing by. They're not very fucking smart about it.
I don't give a fuck about the task force. They wanted me, there I was. You know what I mean? There I was. I mean, look up, you know, there I was. But I'm glad he didn't want me to lay hands on him because I was relieved. You call me a pussy, whatever, fine. I can live with that. I don't care.
I don't think you could.
I can deal with that.
Oh, man. That's not how you... I can tell that's not how you are.
No, that's not how I was. You know what I mean? I changed, man. When I got out the joint, dude, my violent bullshit ways fucking got behind me, man. They got fucking behind me, I'm telling you. I try not to be violent, period. I do my little thing, you know what I mean? And I try not to hurt nobody.
Mean for it to go that far, but you definitely couldn't fight him outside, so y'all go back inside. And that's when things turn to shit.
Yeah, we didn't go outside to fight.
That's what I'm saying.
We didn't go outside.
I'll stay inside because the task force has been passing by all morning. You're on the run already.
Well,
can't afford to get caught outside or really lay your hands on somebody out in public view.
I don't want to lay my hands on
somebody. So instead, y'all take care of it inside.
No, but y'all
things turn to shit.
Nothing. No,
Kelly ends up dead.
There wasn't no y'all took care of shit. Period. There wasn't no y'all in it. I'm telling you, I wasn't involved in none of that bullshit that she done. I was not involved in it. Nothing. I had nothing to do with it. And I keep telling you I have nothing to do with it because it's the God's honest fucking truth, and I can live with that. You know what I mean? So whatever the people want to do, they want to find me guilty on some bullshit. Well, hey, they have to live with not knowing the fucking truth. I know the truth in my heart, bro. You know, I know I had nothing to do with that. That bitch killed her for nothing. She killed that man for no fucking reason at all. You know what I mean? I had nothing to do with none of it. Period. You know what I mean? Nothing. And if I gotta get on the stand and say that, okay, so be it. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to stand behind a motherfucker that's going to put me out like that. You know? If she's just fucking get her mind right and tell the fucking truth, I got her back all the way. I mean, I got her back all the fucking way. But if she's going to lay me out to the wolves like that, fuck her. You know what I mean? That's not right. It's not right. It's not right at all. Tell the fucking truth and I got your back still. You know, but you got to fucking tell the truth. Because I ain't going to stand behind a fucking liar. You know what I mean? I ain't going to stand behind somebody who's going to put me the fucking way for the rest of my life. I'm not going to. You know what I mean? I'm not going to. You know what I mean? I'm not going to. But I wasn't even when it happened. I was outside. I didn't see her do it. None of that bullshit. Had nothing to do with it. Nothing. Nothing at all. And they can say what they want to say. Y'all can believe who y'all want to believe and put together whatever facts y'all want to put together. And everything's going to point at me because, you know, yeah, I lied to the cops a couple times. You know, yeah, I got a background. I'm with the Aryan Nation. I don't like queers, fags, child molesters, rapists. Yeah, that's all true. That's all true. You know what I mean? But I come to a point in my life when I got out of the penitentiary that's all bullshit. I mean, people change. You know what I mean? People change. And y'all still want to find me guilty on some shit like that? Come on with it. I mean, fuck it. I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm ready to fuck it. You know what I mean? But y'all want to see me down the fucking lake for some shit that she done? Let's go ahead. Let's do it. You know what I mean? I'm fed up with it. I'm up to here. I can't take no more. I'm losing my fucking mind over this shit. Y'all keep throwing this shit at me. I try to tell y'all the fucking truth. I can't take no more. I'm fucking losing it, man.
What bothers me most, more than anything, out of all those things that you said, all of them, is if you didn't have any part in this, you wouldn't be willing to accept that. I
don't want to accept it. I don't want to accept none of it. But my God, y'all are throwing it at me like that. If I was to go to court right now, what's going to happen? They're going to see it all like y'all said. You know what I mean? They're going to put it together all like y'all have.
Yeah, there isn't another way to see it.
So you straighten it out. There's no other way to look at it.
I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say.
Truth, man, the whole truth.
I just fucking told you. What am I leaving out? What the fuck am I leaving out? I'm telling you, I didn't have nothing to do with that woman killing him. She killed that motherfucker. I was outside. I had nothing to do with it. Nothing. I didn't know she was gonna do it. I didn't know it was leading up to that. I couldn't tell it was leading up to that. I'm in my room packing my shit. I'm not paying attention to what's happening out there. I hear him talking, screaming, yelling, laughing, carrying on, just having whatever they was doing. I didn't see none of that shit happening. I'm trying to fucking leave. I'm trying to go get some help to come back and get my shit and take it wherever I need to take it. You know what I mean? And y'all are throwing all this other shit and you're like, I did it. And then she's telling you I grabbed him. And none of that shit took place. None of it fucking took place. None of it. I've told y'all the exact truth as best I can where I stood in the whole fucking deal. And if y'all want to throw this other shit at me, okay. Let's just go ahead and do it because I can't take no more, guys. My mind's fucking just going. I can't take no fucking more. All I know is I didn't have nothing to do with the bullshit. And I can't take no more of this, man. I can't. I can't handle it. I can't. No, I can't. My mind's up. It's not going to take no more. I can't take no more, guys. I can't. I can't. All I know is I didn't fucking do it. And she killed that dude for no fucking reason at all.
Arnold, I think the only way you're going to feel better is if you get this
I got it. I'll truth. I got it. I told y'all the best I can. The best truth that I can that I know. I told you.
And I can't understand why you're feeling the way you're feeling.
I'm feeling now because y'all got me fucked up, man. I don't know which way to go. I mean, I told you the truth the best I can. You know what I mean? The best I fucking can. No.
One way or the other. Your truth or her truth or our truth, his blood's on your hands.
I didn't do it though. That's just it. I didn't fucking do it. And she needs to tell the fucking truth, man. She needs to tell the truth. If she'll tell the fucking truth, I still got her back. I still got her back. She needs to tell the fucking truth, man, all the way through. She needs to tell the truth. I will go to bat for her. She needs to tell the fucking truth.
Got her back how? I mean, it's not like you.
Whatever I got to do, if I got to get on the stand for her
like
on her behalf,
it's not
whatever,
like you. Well,
I got her back.
It's not like you said.
You're trying to twist shit up on me again.
No, I'm not. It's not like you said anything like he was coming after her or something like that. So how do you have her back by
whatever I got to do?
How do you have? No.
That's what I'm saying.
How do you have her back by saying that she had no fucking reason to kill this guy? That for whatever reason she just twisted off in her methed out mind and just decided to kill him. How do you have her back like that?
Well, what do you
That's the opposite of having her back.
Okay, well, he was a child molester. She killed him because he was a child molester. She killed him because he advanced on her, or she killed him just because of that, because he stalked her. She's getting a divorce because of his stalking. What What do you want me to say? I mean,
the truth.
that's the fucking truth. I just told y'all what I fucking know about this whole thing, and y'all are twisting shit up, throwing it back at me, and that's cool and fair, because that's what y'all do. That's y'all's job. See what I'm saying? That's y'all's job. I didn't have nothing to do with that fucking bullshit, and that's all I can say about it anymore. I can't take it anymore. I had nothing to do with that, and y'all can believe who you want to believe, and all that shit's fine and dandy, and you can send me up the river for the rest of my motherfucking life. Okay. Do what y'all got to do. I didn't have nothing to do with that man dying. She killed that motherfucker, not me. And that's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. I had nothing to do with none of that bullshit, man. And I'm fucking... That's it, dude. I can't take no more, man. I can't. You know what I mean? So... I didn't have nothing to do with it, bro. Nothing. Nothing. I did not have nothing to do with that. And I don't know what else to say to you guys, man. I don't know what else to say to you. I told y'all the best I can. Everything I know. I had nothing to do with that, man. Nothing. I had nothing to do with it. Nothing. And that's the truth, man. So y'all can believe who you want to believe. But I can't take no more, man. I can't.
Well, I think just like you said,
I can do it.
I think just like you said, she's given us a believable version of the events, and you, by your own admission, have given us a wholly and completely unbelievable version of the events.
No, that's...
And that's what you said. That's what you told us, right? That nobody would believe that, and no reasonable person would believe that. You said that. I didn't say it. You said it. I'm just repeating what you said.
Well, you know, a lot of things that did happen, people was going to think, well, how the fuck? You know what I mean? Yeah, I understand that. I understand that. But people are going to think what they're going to think anyway, so, you know what I mean? All I know is I didn't do it, I had nothing to do with it, and that's where I'm standing. I had nothing to do with it, man. Nothing. I didn't know what was going down. I've been gone for 2 fucking days. I'm coming back to get my shit. I had nothing to do with it. Was I mad? No, I wasn't mad because she had my shit slung across the house. I didn't give a fuck. I thought it was fucking funny. You know what I mean? Did me and Kelly have words? Yeah, we argued for a minute. Did it go further than that? No. It sure the fuck didn't. You know what I mean? Did I want to kill him? No. I didn't like him. I didn't like the motherfucker. Yeah, he was a child molester. But we get to talking this shit, and it's like, well, I'm not going to buck nothing. You know, we want to talk, we'll talk. No big deal. You know what I mean? But did I kill him? No, I didn't kill him. Did she kill him? Why she killed him? I can't honestly say why she killed him. To be honest, I can't say why. All I can say is I wasn't involved. I didn't grab him. I didn't do none of that shit y'all said that she said. None of that shit took place now. And I don't know why they would implicate me like that, because it didn't happen that way. It didn't happen that way. And that's the truth about the whole motherfucking matter right there. It didn't happen that way.
How you feel right now?
I feel sick in my stomach. I feel like I want to fucking vomit. That's how I feel right now. I want to cry, scream, yell, all that shit. This shit ain't right, man. It's not right fucking doing this shit to me like this, man.
Okay. That's what you step on. That's what we'll go with.
I don't know what else to say. I mean, that's the truth. I mean,
Give us something to work with, huh?
I don't know what to give you guys, man.
Okay.
I don't give you everything I can think of. I don't know what else to give you. All I know is
That's all.
I know is I didn't have nothing to do with it.
All the bullshit aside, the only thing that we're here for, and this is no shit, the only thing that we're here for is a good, understandable motive, a good reason why this guy's dead. That's the only reason we're here. All the bullshit aside, all the yelling and being upset.
I wish I could give you a good reason why this guy's dead. Cause I really don't know why. I really don't know why she killed him. I really don't. You know what I mean? Because I run him off one time and she let him come back. You know what I mean? I run him off that one time. He wanted to give her a hug for some syrup or some shit like that, and he was asked not to come back. And And he's back. You know what I mean? And it's her house. You know, something. Okay, well, I don't know why. I can't tell you why she would kill him. I don't know why.
She's obviously, he's obviously there causing a ruckus, doing all this shit. And you know she's a little girl. You know she ain't gonna stand up for herself and kick this motherfucker out.
And she knew she could come to me with it. She had before. She knew she could come.
Or you could have been a man,
just done it.
and just said, yeah, you know what? Get the fuck out. This motherfucker's leaving.
She didn't come
Took it upon yourself.
I mean,
you saw what was going on.
When they're laughing and carrying on, what am I supposed to think? You know what I mean? They're laughing and carrying on. That means she's okay with it, right? That's what
she's faking it, so that
the
guy doesn't fucking whip her ass.
That's not my fault. If she was faking it, why would she fake it?
So that he doesn't whoop her ass, maybe?
With me there?
Well, he's already damn near raping her with you there, so he obviously wouldn't have a problem whooping her ass.
I don't see that.
With you there. I mean, he's pulling all this other bullshit with you there, right?
She never come down. I didn't see nothing. You know what I mean? I didn't see all this shit. I was in my room packing my fucking boxes back up. So all this other shit y'all are talking about.
But you heard him because you even came out and said, hey, you need to cut your shit.
But you said that. Yeah, well, that's when she hit him with the bat.
No, Arnold, you came out and stopped him.
No shit. No, I didn't.
You came out and stopped him.
I was already out there. I don't care what you pick to say, because I know I was out there when she hit him with the fucking bat.
What about the time when he said, I wasn't trying to fuck you, and you came out and said, whoa, Kelly, these are your words.
No, I was in my room when I said that.
Whoa, Kelly, enough with that shit.
Yeah, I was in my room when I said that. He was in the hallway.
Okay, so if you're having to intervene with his sexual advances towards her, and you're having to fucking tell him to chill out, that's not enough?
Well, he said, I wasn't trying to fuck you. He was just making a statement to her. I'm not trying to fuck you. I was trying to be your friend. I told him, hey, you need to chill out with that shit, bro. If she wanted him to go there, she could have told me, hey, tell him to get the fuck out.
So she should have...
She's still talking to him.
So she should have... But she's high, right?
Well, we're all high. You know what I mean? That makes me a murderer?
No, it makes you somebody who apparently didn't care as much as you're letting on.
No, I care. It makes me
cared so much that you didn't do anything.
What am I going to do? Jump up? It's her house? She's still talking to him.
It's your house too. All your shit's there. You've been staying there.
I ain't been there for 2 days. I done left. I was coming back
2
to get
days
my
don't mean shit.
Well, I'm just telling y'all, man, I had nothing to do with the bullshit, bro. I had nothing to do with it. Nothing.
Well, all these little things.
I know, that's what I'm telling you.
Are going to have to be
all these little things are going to be brought up. It's going to be pointing right at me like it's my fault. It's not my fault that she killed that man. Why would it be my fault that she killed him?
How are you going to help us arrive at a conclusion that says anything other than your involvement?
I have no clue.
How am I supposed to fix it for you?
I'm not...
That's why you're here, is to get a reasonable explanation.
I'm trying to give you the best I know. I was there. I didn't do nothing they said. Nothing that she said I did. I didn't grab the dude. I'm telling you, man, I went from my room outside. I heard the fucking, I went back and he said, and I told y'all the story, man, over and over and over and over. That's how it fucking happened.
Even if you grabbed him and you had no idea she had that knife and you had no idea that she was going to stab him, that doesn't make you a murderer.
I know, but
and that wouldn't make you an accessory to murder.
I didn't grab him, though. That's just it. I didn't grab the man.
Especially if you were just trying to get him to get out the house.
I did not grab the man.
Like he needed to go.
He needed to go.
Yeah. So if you just grabbed him and she did some crazy shit, I gotta at least be reasonable.
No. But that didn't have much. You want me to lie? Tell me I grabbed the dude and
no,
I'm going to pull him out the door and she stabbed him?
No, I want you to tell me the truth.
I'm telling you, I told you the truth.
And I gotta tell you that not only does that sound pretty reasonable, but it sounds, and correct me if I'm wrong, detective, but it sounds a whole lot like if that were the case, you really didn't have anything to do with his death. You just happened to be doing your role, playing your part in protecting her and in protecting the house. And she twisted off and did this thing while you were in the middle of doing your thing. And you had no control over what she was going to do. You didn't know she was going to do it. She just fucking flat out did it.
And that's how it happened.
Is that how it happened?
That's how it happened. But I didn't grab the guy, bro. I didn't grab him. You want me to say I grabbed him? Okay, I grabbed him. I was going to throw him out the fucking door. You know what I mean? I was going to throw him out the fucking door and she stuck him.
Is that the truth?
Is that what you want to be the truth?
No. We want the truth.
I done told y'all the fucking truth of my part. And that's the best I could do, bro. I didn't grab this dude. I didn't do nothing of the sort. I didn't do none of that shit. I didn't grab him and she stuck him. I didn't do none of that shit. I didn't grab him and say, okay, well, do your end, you know what I mean? None of that happened. It didn't happen that way. It did not happen that way. And I'm telling you, it didn't happen that way. And why she's saying it happened that way, I don't know. But it did not happen that way. It did not happen that way. I had nothing to do with her sticking him like that. I had nothing to do with it. Nothing. It didn't happen like that.
Okay. But before we leave here, I want you to understand something. I want you to take this with you, okay? Up to this point, for the last probably 2 hours now, if I had to guess, we have given you
Ample opportunity.
we have given you every opportunity we could think of. We've even presented you with multiple scenarios about how this could have went down, which really, for the most part, made you look the least bit responsible for this. And you have taken this opportunity and you've decided to stay with what you had. So, whenever it is that you get to where you're going, jail, pen, wherever, the one thing that I don't want to hear, I mean this, the one thing that I don't want to hear is those cops fucked me over. I don't want to hear it. I mean that, because I've given you, just like that, I mean, I've given you the perfect out. I've given you probably 10 perfect outs during this whole thing, so has he. So no matter what happens from here, okay, I want your word. The one thing that I ain't going to hear from you is that those cops screwed me over, man. Because I hear that shit and it pisses me off.
That's just the way it's going to happen then, because I done told you the truth no matter how it happened.
Okay. I ain't even asking you about that no more. I'm not. We're done with it, dude. We are. I just want to hear. I want to get your word that I'm not going to hear through the grapevine or wherever that Arnold Klein is wherever he's at saying that the cops screwed him over, and that's the only
exactly what I'm going to tell everybody. Exactly what I'm going to tell the whole fucking place. Exactly.
Why?
Because you're not listening to me. I told you the fucking truth straight up. Now, if y'all want to listen to the truth, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool too. But I'm not going to give you my word. Y'all send me up, I'm not giving you my word about what y'all did. No, because I'm going up because y'all sent me up.
Because us?
Because, yeah.
Because of us?
Yeah. Yeah, because y'all ain't listening to nothing I did.
Oh,
no, the facts are.
Wouldn't you say we have a responsibility to listen to everybody involved? Right?
Yes, I understand that.
So the problem is that how many times have we talked to you?
I mean, you're huge on us doing our job. You're huge on us doing our job. So that's what we did.
3 times now, 6 hours of my life.
We went out and talked to 20 people.
Okay, y'all go ahead, pin it on me then. I didn't do it. You'd be pinning it on an innocent man. Y'all have to live with that, not me. Y'all have to go to sleep every night thinking about that, not me. Because I know right here, I didn't have nothing to do with it. If y'all want to pin that shit on me, go ahead. Y'all have to go to sleep at night thinking about that, not me. Not me. Now, if you can go to bed with a clear conscience saying you sent the right man up, well, you know, there's something wrong with you then. Yeah. Because I didn't do fucking nothing. I didn't have nothing to do with that shit. And if y'all can go to sleep at night, clear conscience, well, goddamn it, so be it.
You know what would be? I would feel more guilty, which is what you're attempting to do.
I'm not attempting to.
Oh yeah, no. You're trying to make me feel guilty for doing my job, but that's what I'd feel more guilty.
I'm not trying to make
if I were the person that saw somebody lying there, saw somebody lying there dead, and I didn't do shit to try and help them.
I understand that, and I have fucking nightmares because of that shit, man. Well, what am I supposed to do now?
I guess we'll be in the same. Tell us the truth and help us.
I just told you to. What you want me to tell him? I grabbed him. You know what I mean?
I want you to tell the truth, man.
No, I'm still gonna go. If I told you I grabbed him, I'm still going away.
You're denying even being in the room, Arnold.
I wasn't in the room when it happened. I was outside on the fucking carport, almost to the fucking yard, when the shit happened. Y'all ain't listening to that part.
Oh no, I hear you every time you say that.
And that's the truth. And I'm going to say it over and over and over and over. Unfortunate sounds. That's the truth.
No, that's what you say the truth.
No, that's what I know the truth to be. I know the truth to be.
You've sat in a chair similar to that.
Whatever, man. I'm tired of hearing it. I am
being reasonable.
Y'all ain't being reasonable.
And said that they were
I don't want to hear nothing else, man.
And said that they were the truth and they were lies, right?
I done told you the truth.
You haven't lied to me before in the last 6 hours that we've talked? Yes, you have.
I have a couple times, yeah.
Okay, so I believe you now on some stuff, but
you don't have to. But I'm telling you, I wasn't in the fucking room when it happened. I wasn't there. I had nothing to do with the shit. I didn't know she was going to kill that dude. Had no clue. Y'all can believe it or not. From here on out, I don't care.
You understand.
Because I'm going, y'all are going to send me up anyway.
You don't care?
Yeah, I care. But I don't care.
You don't care?
See, y'all just keep throwing shit at me, millions. I know what you're doing, dog. I know what you're doing. And you know what? Right now, I don't know what else to say to you guys, man. You know what I mean? I really don't. I know I didn't have nothing to do with it. I didn't kill that dude. And I'm trying to be as friendly as I can with you guys, man. I really am.
You understand how the things that you've done and the things that you said make it difficult for us to believe what you're telling us now. You understand that?
Yeah, I can see that. I can see all that shit.
So you
I
can't
understand all that.
So you can't be pissed off at us because the one person who's mentioned anything about us doing our jobs twice now is you.
Me. I know that.
You were the guy that said get your asses out there and do your job.
Figure out the truth.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but
That's on you.
Yeah, but you're not listening to nothing I'm saying. I mean, y'all keep throwing these scenarios at me and shit or whatever Sam said or whatever Sean said. And I'm trying to tell you, none of that shit happened. My phone was turned off. If she used the phone, she used it when she was gone to get cigarettes. Because she'd never come back with no cigarettes, I know that much. She was gone for a minute. If she used the phone, she had to use the phone. Then she didn't use my phone. My phone was turned the fuck off. And whatever Sean's saying, he's a piece of shit lying motherfucker to begin with. You know what I mean? I wouldn't believe nothing come out of his motherfucking mouth no how. You know what I mean? So if y'all want to believe him, that's cool too. You know what I mean? That's cool too. But I'm telling you what happened, dudes. I didn't have nothing to do with it, man. I didn't have nothing to do with it. Nothing at all. You know what I mean? I wasn't in the room when it happened. I didn't grab the dude. None of that shit. I don't know why she would even say that shit because it makes no sense to me why. And why she killed him. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. I have no clue. All I know is I didn't have nothing to do with it, guys. Nothing. I'm trying to be sincere with you, man. I had nothing fucking to do with it, and I put that on everything. I had nothing to do with it. Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. You know what I mean? I really didn't. And I know you guys don't believe me, but that's alright. You know what I mean? It's cool.
Well,
it ain't cool, but you know what I mean?
Well,
I mean,
Gumby,
I don't know what else to do.
It's hard to believe you when you've got, just in this case, I'm not talking about your life. It's hard to believe you when you've got a history lying to us, when we've got other people, especially the confessed murderer, telling us different.
I don't know why she would say that, though. It don't make no sense to me why she would say that. You know, it's like you said, it don't make sense. It don't make no sense to me either.
Well, that's what we're saying.
That's what we have to work on.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why she would say that. I don't know why she would say that. Because it didn't happen like that, y'all. It did not happen like that. It did not happen like that.
Okay. Well, let's get you out of here. Let's go ahead and hang here for a minute. We'll be back.